Hey everybody, Ron the Future here. How are you guys doing? Go ahead and leave the comments below how you guys are doing. I always love to know that. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. As you can see from the thumbnail, I'm showing you how I store my Hot Wheels now. I have a couple different versions going on. My carded ones I have in a big plastic bin that I bought at Walmart. It's a big one. I guess they call it like a big tub. And those are my carded Hot Wheels in there that are older, like maybe 10 years back, maybe going to 15, 20 years ago. So I want to leave those carded because I checked on them, and like years ago I paid like maybe 94 cents for them, maybe $1. And a lot of those are worth $5, $6 now, maybe even more. I haven't priced them in a couple of years, but a few years ago, a lot of them were going for about $5. So I'm going to keep those carded. But what I'm showing now, and I'll turn the camera around in a minute. I'm putting my Hot Wheels in these little baggies. So I'll show you in a minute. So my carded ones that are older, I have in a big plastic tub there in my closet. That's one way. The other way, and I did a video on this a while back, so I have them in this case right here. And this isn't like an official Hot Wheels case. This is what where people put thread when you're sewing. I forget what they called that, but this case holds those little round things that the thread wraps around. So I'm going to open this up real quick, but I have to be careful. Because one time I had this on my bed and I forgot to lock the door here. I lifted it up, all my Hot Wheels went flying out on the bed. So let's see. I'll show you what I mean here. So a lot of you probably didn't see that video. Okay, gotta be real careful here. So anyway, I don't want to tip it too far because the Hot Wheels are going to fall out. So anyway, that's how a lot of us Hot Wheel collectors store our Hot Wheels, are in these plastic bins or cases, I guess you could say, and you can just pull the Hot Wheels out and put it back in like that. Because years ago I used to have these in my garage just on a shelf years ago in California, and it was the desert there too, and these would get dusty really quick in the garage. So I found these cases. I got 2 of these, and that's what I've been storing my loose Hot Wheels in, are these. So I got 2 of these, and now these are full. They've been full. I want to shut this before the Hot Wheels will go flying out of here. So anyway, I've seen on YouTube most, or at least a lot of guys, store their Hot Wheels in these cases. And then you flip it over and you can put more Hot Wheels on here. So I think it holds like 20 or so on each side. So this case will hold about 40 or so Hot Wheels. So I had a choice. I could keep buying these cases here, or I could put them in these little baggies that I'll show. I'll turn the camera around in a minute and show you guys better, and the size and all that. So it took me a long time to decide whether those plastic cases or these little baggies, because, well, first I got a carded one here. Show you guys real quick. There's a carded one in the package. So when a Hot Wheels collector starts out, or even if it's Matchbox or whatever, you have to decide whether you want to keep them carded, which they call it, or in the original packaging as some know it, or if you want to open them up loose. So I've always done both. I would always buy, well, not always, but I tried to buy one carded in the package, say from Walmart. Well, years ago it was Toys R Us for me, or Kmart, but those don't exist anymore. And then I used to open one up and I would display it in my garage on the shelf. I had maybe 50 Hot Wheels on display. Those are the ones that got really dirty. And then the carded ones, I would just save in a box. Well, I got a lot of carded ones, and I think I filmed all of them on YouTube already, so if you check my playlist under Hot Wheels, you'll see them. So my older carded ones I have in my Walmart big plastic bin, and I must have like 50 of them in there, and still a lot more room to put more. But I decided on the newer ones I get like this, that I want to put into the little plastic bags, because even in the bin, these take a lot of room. And you know, as collectors, whether it's comic books, Hot Wheels, coins, whatever you collect, the packaging can take up a lot of room. So even laying down, you know, in the box, you know, so the plastic bag here, you know, even this extra room here, it can fold, where the Hot Wheels, the Hot Wheel box, it keeps going, it's extended. You know, then of course you got the blister here. Get closer for you guys. I don't know if you can see that so well. So you got the blister that pops out here that takes up room. When you have it in a little bag, it's really flat, you know. So you can just put Hot Wheel on top of Hot Wheel and stack it up like that. So it saves a lot of room. And in the long run, it's probably cheaper buying these little plastic baggies that I'll show in a minute than buying these cases. I really didn't figure it out. It might be the same, it might be more, I don't know. I'm just thinking that these little plastic baggies will work better for me for storage and things like that. And then like today, I've done so many Hot Wheels on my YouTube channel, I think like over 100 videos. I started losing count after a while. So I've got a whole bunch of these, about 30 of these on the table right now, which again, I'll turn around the camera and show you. So I wanted to double check that I made YouTube videos on all these first, because I have these in another box that I have down here. So I got all kinds of things going on here today. So this is just a shoe box. As you can see. And for right now, I just put my Hot Wheels in here. So this will help a lot of you new collectors out there. So if you decide if you want to keep them carded or keep them loose, I recommend that you get these little baggies, because a lot of people, they'll just throw them in a box like this or a container. But then when you move the box around, these will get chipped and scratched up. Even though Hot Wheels are very tough, and it's from my experience, I played with them as a kid, they're pretty hard to chip up and to scratch. I filmed a few that I played with as a kid, and they are chipped up and scratched. But I really beat those up racing them on a track, and they'd fall off the track onto the sidewalk and flip around and bang around. That's how they chipped up. But even though these are just $1, I like to protect them, because especially nowadays, the paint jobs are really awesome, and I want to keep them in mint condition. So this way you can just put them in the box like that. I just put them one on top of the other, and then they can rattle around all they want, move around. And it don't matter, with the baggie, you can get chipped. So I have about 30 on this table, and the box is only about half full. But then as I film more, my newer ones, I'm like, well, let me show you. I'd rather show you than just try to explain, because a lot of you are new, and it's easier to just show you. So yeah, you just take them out of the card, then they're loose. Then you put them in the baggie, just put them in the box. And then like I'm doing now, to make sure I filmed them all, you take them out of the box and you lay them out all on the table. And then you could go through them, you can look at them, and do it that way. Which so far I'm preferring, or again, you can get the case like this and you can see through what kind of cars you have. So I've done it this way for decades because these are old cases. So I'm switching it up to the cars in the little baggies. So you can do it either way, you know. So those are your two ways. Take them out loose like this. Keep them loose or put them in a bag or put them in that case. Or you go to Walmart or wherever and you buy them carded. And you just put them in a plastic bin. You know, that way. Or some guys hang them on the wall. They make plastic cases that go over these cards. And then you can hang them on the wall or in your garage. So there's several different ways to collect these and what to do with them when you get them home. So naturally, this is for the beginners. So naturally, you have to decide, you know, do you want Hot Wheels? Do you want Matchbox? You know, what kind of cars do you like? Camaros, Corvettes? And then you have to decide when you get home, how do you want to keep them? Do you want to keep them carded in here? Or do you want to keep them loose? You know, like here. So that might help you decide how to store your Hot Wheels. So, or you might want to do like I did 30 years ago. Buy two, keep one loose, and keep one carded. You know, so like I said, I kept this one. The one's carded in a box in my room, and the open ones I kept on a shelf in my garage. So that's just me. So I hope that helps the beginners out there, being I have everything out already. Now I'm going to turn the camera around and show you my table, more what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm still filming in my bathroom as I've been doing for 7.5 years now because the lighting is really good in here. I haven't got a ring light yet, so I can take videos in another room. So anyway, still in my bathroom. So again, here's the setup. I kept some of my Hot Wheels and these nice cases here, which I still really like. Then again, I'm using this box here to put my loose Hot Wheels in the bag. I'm thinking eventually taking the Hot Wheels maybe out of this case, these cases here. I got two of them, like I said, and putting all these Hot Wheels into the plastic bags. I'm still thinking about that. What's holding me up on that is all of these Hot Wheels are fairly new. So, well, not all of these are Hot Wheels. Some of these are Racing Champions. Like this one here, this marker here, so this might be worth $5, maybe $10. So they're not all Hot Wheels. Some are a little better. But I'm just saying Hot Wheels in general. So what I have in the case here, these are pretty old. These are over 30 years old. And I had these in California. These were the ones on my shelf in the garage. That's why I know they're old. So I've got paper in here to let me know which ones I filmed on YouTube and Instagram and all that. It helps me remember. So after all these cards and videos, it's hard to remember. Most of these you guys have already seen on my Instagram if you follow me. My Instagram is the same name as my YouTube, Ron the Future, just in case you didn't know. So that's where I'm at here. I'm still deciding because these are older and these now, all of these are worth more than $1. So I didn't want to confuse these here with these new ones here in plastic bags and then putting them in this box here. So right now I just have them separated because these are my older ones. These are my newer ones, and my carded ones I have in my plastic bin I told you I got from Walmart. Those are my older ones too, like the ones I have in here. They're like 20, 30 years old. But I decided I want all my new ones to be in the plastic bags and in the box. So that takes care of that. I have this Q-tip box here because I'm resting my phone against the counter right here. I had a really nice black tripod, maybe about, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches high. And when I went to Video Bob's house, I left it at his house, and I think somebody walked away with it. So I won't be getting that back, so I have to get a new tripod. So temporarily, I'm just making use with boxes and stuff like that. And these Batmobiles here, I've got a lot of doubles. I'm going to take these out today, and I'm putting them in these plastic baggies. So I've got a lot of stuff going on today. So while I was putting them in the baggies, I thought I'll just go ahead and film a video and update everybody on how I'm collecting them. So, and then like I said, you can get them out, you know, throw them on a table or a counter. Then you know what you got. So I'm sitting down right now. I'm going to stand up so I can get a better angle for you guys. So I'll show you these real quick. Got the light hitting on them. So all these Hot Wheels and Racing Champions and other ones I've already filmed on my Instagram and on my YouTube here on this channel. This one got like over 300 views. This race car here, this did really well for me here on YouTube. You guys seem to enjoy that. So I filmed everything except this one here, so I'll just do it real quick. This is one of my Generalees. This I think is made by Ertl or Ertl. I'm not sure how they pronounce that. But this one's kind of beat up, so I didn't really want to film this. I have better ones that are carded in the original package that I just haven't shown yet. But I didn't want that getting any more beat up, so I put it in the bags. Again, another Racing Champions, the Merc. So, like I said, you know, the Racing Champions are worth probably about $5 or $6. The Hot Wheels here, probably still $1, because these aren't that old. You know, it takes many years for the Hot Wheels to go up in value, it seems like. So I'm getting so many new ones now. I'm not really so worried about them going up in price. I'm just collecting for fun. And if they go up, fine. If not, that's fine too. This is another sports car I like. I love, as you guys know, the classic cars and the exotic cars. So I have a lot of classics. I'm trying to get more into the exotics. So I filmed this on YouTube too. This is one of my favorites. One of my Hot Wheel buddies made this Camaro for me custom. Painted it nice green, white interior, different tires and rims. And this is a real pretty green. It's kind of like a matte. And he said it was a different kind of paint. It's not car paint. He said the paint was used for something else. I think he said it was used like for some kind of material or something like that. I'm not sure. He done that for me about 7 years ago. So I'm not sure. But he said it wasn't car paint. It was something else. I don't know, for clothing or something. I'm not sure what it's used for. But I really like the color and the it's kind of a dull matte finish. So I like that. Then these here are new. These here are new. I really like this Corvette. I enjoy doing, you know, Hot Wheel videos for you guys, and I really like when the Hot Wheels have nice paint jobs on them and are really different and unique, like this one here. And this one's my Coco Camaro. Red rims in the front, blue in the back. So let me know how you guys like these in the package and which way you like to collect. If you keep them carded like this, you have them in a bin or a box, or if you have them in the plastic case like I showed you, or do you keep them loose, or do you keep them loose and in a baggie like that? So like I said, I like them in a baggie because it keeps them clean, it keeps them from getting all scratched up. Before I put them in these baggies, I dust them all. I wipe them all down to keep them clean. This is one of my favorites of today, a new one. I did do a video on this. This was in, I forgot the name of it. It was in a package. So it was like a surprise. You don't know what's in the package. And the package was laying on Walmart, not on the floor, but it was like on the bottom shelf. So I bought it not knowing what was in it. And at first I didn't like that, because when I buy a car, I like to know what I'm buying. So again, it was only $1. So I figured, well, it'll be a surprise. And I did a video on this not too long ago. Again, everything's under my playlist under Hot Wheels. If you want to go back and see. And when I opened it up, I was really surprised. It was this beautiful Mustang. So it has the black rims in the back, gold in the front. Hot Wheels is doing that now. They're switching colors for back and front. So it was a black matte finish. So this was a real surprise, because I didn't know if it was a fantasy car or if it was going to look like a real car like this Mustang here. So that's what I'm working on now. So I'm going to take these carded Batmobiles I got. I've got a handful of them here. The black, the red, the gray. And I'm going to put them into the baggies that I've been talking about, that I'm going to show you right now. So here they are. They come, the baggies come in their own like Ziploc bag. So if I get it close enough for you, if the camera don't go out of focus. There we go. So it says, okay, clear plastic, reclosable zip bags, bulk GPI pack of 100. So there's 100 in here. Size is 3x5, 2 millimeters thick, strong and durable poly bags. And so it's kind of like the comic book bags in a way, except I'm storing my Hot Wheels, you know, but it's, I guess, poly bags, like kind of like the comic books. So I want to show you guys this because I had to buy these online, and it took me a long time to find just the right bags. They have different kinds and different sizes. So I found out here's the size I needed, 3x4, and I wanted it 2 millimeters thick because they're nice and thick. And I needed a lot of them, so I needed 100 clear bags. So it took me a long time to find out the right bags. I forgot the name of the company, but I think if you just type into Google 3x4 2 millimeter clear baggies or so, it'll show you different companies that have them. I figure they should all be about the same. So yeah, the company's name isn't on here, but the thing is, see, I wanted to be clear on the top, the baggie, and then clear on the bottom, because I've had ones where one side is like white, and I don't know why they do that, and I didn't want that. And those bags were thicker, really, really thick. I guess these are more like jewelry bags. Well, I wanted durable, but I wanted flimsy, you know, because I know they're going to be in the box. You can bend them like this to save room and stuff like that. And I wanted see-through on both sides. But you guys might not care about that. I did, so that's why it took me a long time to find these certain bags. And that's why I'm keeping the loose bags in here, so when I go online, and I can just type in 3x4 2mm clear baggies, and it should show up pretty quick. I should get that same company or one close to that. So that's what I'm doing here. Taking the carded ones, put them in the baggies. A lot of you are probably saying, no, keep them carded. Like I said, you know, it takes years for the Hot Wheels to go up in value. And I already have a bin, you know, almost half full of carded ones. So to make room and stuff, I think I'll just keep putting them in these plastic bags. And from time to time, I like taking them out of the box. Sometimes I take them out of the bag and I just hold them, or I do Instagram videos with them. That's why a lot of times on my Instagram, you'll see a lot of these cars, you know, 2 and 3 times or whatever, because I kind of reuse them on Instagram. So I like doing that. So anyway, I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'd like to know how you store yours. Seems like everybody stores their cars is different, because I've heard some guys say they'll always keep their cars carded, which is fine, you know, if you have the room. I like both ways, because, you know, it does keep them in mint condition. But I was taking them out of the card here, so I either film them loose, you know, on my little table here, or a lot of times I get out my turntable, and I like to put them on the turntable because I think they look really good on the turntable. So it just depends what you want to use the cars for. And I think for Instagram, they look better if you take them out of the card, you know, and pose them somewhere. You know, you could take them outside or inside, you know, wherever you want, and pose them any way you want. Or you can too, I guess, carded, you know, outside or whatever. But a lot of guys then will say, I collect Hot Wheels, not cardboard. And I understand that too. A lot of guys don't care about the cardboard, you know, and plastic, you know, it comes in. They just want the Hot Wheel. So I understand both ways, because I collect both, you know, carded and loose. So, and I've always done that, you know. Of course, when I was a kid, my parents bought me Hot Wheels, and I didn't collect them, you know. I played with them. That's, I think, how most of us got started, you know. You're not 3 or 4 years old and just start telling your mom and dad, well, I want to collect these, but not play with them. You know, our mom and dad buys the cars for us. We get tracks or play with our friends on the sidewalk, and they get banged up and all that. Then as we get older, then we say, you know, these look really nice in the card, in the package. I'm not going to take it out of here. Then we realize, well, I'll buy 2, keep one in the package, and the other one I can display. So that's kind of my story too, pretty much, how I started. So again, let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you store yours. And let me know if you like them in the little Ziploc bag, if you like them carded, or if you like them in the case. And some people buy cases like this and they hang them on their wall. So let me know how you guys like collecting, or if you're changing your mind how to collect them, or if you haven't started yet. I hope this video helped you on collecting, you know, because collecting Diecast and Hot Wheels, it's a really, really big thing now. You know, they have conventions and shows, and it's really, really big. And it just keeps growing bigger every day, it seems like. So for the older ones, let me know how you collect. For the new ones, let me know how you're collecting, or if you haven't started collecting yet, let me know how you want to. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this video. I didn't know it was this long, but while I had everything out, my loose ones, my carded ones, my ones in the plastic containers here, I just thought I would show you guys while I have everything a mess and I'm going through everything, so I don't have to take everything out again. So anyway, again, let me know how you guys are collecting. For those of you who are new here, I'm Ron the Future. I'm a collector of Hot Wheels, comic books, all kinds of different collectibles. Like I said, you can go through my playlist on here. Most of the things I collect are Hot Wheels. That's what I'm into the most. Then I dabble in some comic books and some other things. Mostly it's die-cast cars, the small 1/64th scale, Hot Wheels or M2s or Racing Champions. I like the Hot Wheels because they're cheaper. I do like the M2s and the Racing Champions because they're in more detail, like the Merc here. It's a Racing Champion. It's a lot heavier. You know, they say more for grown-ups to put on display, not for kids, you know, to play with them. And then I have a handful of M2s that I'll be showing on here. So real quick, that's how I got started. My mom and dad bought me Hot Wheels when I was a kid, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years old. They bought me the tracks. I was playing with those on the sidewalks, on those orange tracks that you see. And I played with the Hot Wheels for about, well, I remember like from the age between like 5 and 8 years old. And after 8 years old, because my dad was into the real classic cars like I am, that's how I got into it. My dad started collecting a few Hot Wheels, you know, putting them in his room and in the garage. So he had his little collection. I had my little collection. And then when he wasn't working on the cars and he was waiting for parts or if it was raining or whatever, he started getting into building model cars. So that's how I got into building model cars, right? So around 8 years old, I quit, not collecting, I quit playing with Hot Wheels or whatever around that age. My dad showed me how to start building model cars. And I wasn't good at it at first, but he showed me how to paint them and not get glue on them and on the bodies and thumbprints and all that. So I got really good at that. And again, I have models that I've built in my playlist. And I'll be showing some more that I haven't shown on here yet. So then I built model cars and stayed in that hobby and a few airplanes, probably till I was like around 17, 18. Then I'd go to Toys R Us and Kmart to look at the models, and I'd walk by again the Hot Wheels. And I wasn't really collecting them, but I'd see 1 or 2 here and there, so I'd buy them, you know, and put them away. And then I was doing that, you know, maybe 1 or 2 a year or whatever. And then as I got older, moved here to Las Vegas, I started going to Toys R Us and Walmart more. Once I moved here, I got out of building model cars because this was like 30 years ago. You get the big die cast, like the 1/25th die cast, already done for almost the same price that it would cost you to buy a plastic one. I mean, a model kit and build it. Then you have to build it, paint it, and you get glue over all over everything. And so then I just started buying the die cast cars already done, the bigger ones. And then again, you know, the Hot Wheels once in a while. So I have a whole bunch of die cast, like 1/25th, and I've got the other sizes that I'll be showing on here too. They're in another bin I have downstairs. I kind of have my collection in different rooms and different bins. I don't have them all on display somewhere. That's why I really can't show you like one Hot Wheel room or one die cast room full of just cars. Because ever since I moved here the last 30 years, I just had them in storage cases. I don't display them really. A few here and there. So I'm trying to hurry up because I didn't want the video to be this long. But so then I quit building model cars and I moved here, bought the bigger die cast cars. And then I knew I'm going to run out of room. So then I quit buying those and then I started getting into the little Hot Wheels. So the Hot Wheels, whether loose or carded, you can put those in a big, huge box or plastic bin, like I said, I got from Walmart. And then they're stackable. So you can stack them in a closet, you can stack them in the garage. So anyway, for those of you who are new or the ones that follow me, that's basically the highlights I got to collecting. And then somewhere in my 20s, I got into comic books and knives and just different things. I moved here. I started getting into casino chips for a while. Then I quit with that. That got kind of expensive. I just tried to keep my attention and money more on Hot Wheels some comic books, but the comic books are getting really expensive. You know, when I started with comic books years ago, they were like $1. And now the brand new ones that come out, the comic book stores are $3, $4, some are $5. I've seen Hot Wheels, you know, I used to get these for 94 cents. Then they went up to around $1. Now I see it where they're like $1.25. But still, that's not bad. You know, so they say Hot Wheels have always been around $1 since they came out in 1968, and they're still around $1 now. Where the comic books, they're up to almost $4, $5, $6 and more for a new one, depending if it's a limited edition or not. So I try to keep most of my money and attention on Hot Wheels. And so anyway, that's kind of my story. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I try to get to everybody's comments. And let me know how you like the video. I know it's long. I didn't plan on it being this long, but hang in there. And thanks for hanging in there. Okay, my friends, you guys take care. And I'll see you guys next time.